Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video on S.A.P here. Um, I'm Pillow, of course. You can probably tell already by what's on screen, and I'm just gonna go over my favorite Paradox Pokemon added in this generation. Um, we have Iron Valiant here, which I have a lot to say, which is why I have 6 different sets. Let's just get right into it. Alright, Iron Valiant. Let's go over stats first. Its defenses, nothing really to, write home about, but you might be able to switch it in on a few physical hits because it's pretty decent typing. Offensively, it's really good. Defensively, it's not that great. It has an immunity to, what is it, Dragon, which is great with all the Dragon types running around, and it does 4 times resist Bug and Dark, which is wonderful. But it does have many weaknesses such as Steel. This thing is really weak to Caesar. It's weak to Flying. It's weak to Fairy. It's weak to Psychic. It's weak to Poison. Yeah, Poison does resist its 2 moves here, which is not very good. Okay, back to the stats. Boasting a 130 base attack stat, this thing is nuts. When it comes to this right here, this is scary. And its special attack stat is nothing to look over to. This is insane. 120. This thing's a giant offensive powerhouse. Special defense, we'll ignore that. That's not very good. 116 speed. This is awesome right here because you can get 364 speed, which will activate your boost energy, boosting it by 50%, meaning you'll reach around the 500s. 500s, 400s with the speed, which is really good. Moves I've decided to slap on this thing here are Aura Sphere, great stab move, or if you want to get more damage, you could go Focus Blast, which is not as consistent with 70% accuracy, but does have more power. It's 40 more power, but I do prefer Aura Sphere. Okay, now we have Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt, 90 base power, 100 accuracy, 24 PP, and a 10% chance to paralyze. I've decided to go with Thunderbolt here because it can hit the flying types that, will resist Aura Sphere. It's a pretty good move overall. 90 base power, not bad, not bad, nothing to, laugh at. This, you can hit hard, given it Electric Tera, so that it can lose its weakness to, what is it, it can lose its weakness to Steel and Flying, which is great. It powers up Thunderbolt 2 to 180 base power, which is really good. Now Moonblast. This is single-handedly the reason why special sets are being used at all. Moonblast is the strongest fairy move in the game, I'm pretty sure. It's stronger than Dazzling Game, which is only 80, 95 base power, 100% accuracy, 24 PP, 30% chance to lower the target special attack by 1. This is really good here. This power is also incredible. It's really complemented with the stab it gets with Iron Valiant here. And I've also decided to give it booster energy as a held item. This will boost its speed. Quark Drive is pretty good too. I mean, well, it depends on the team you're running. If you're on an electric terrain team with Pinkerton, which is the only electric terrain setter in OU, which is what Tier Iron Valiant is in, Pinkerton isn't the best of Pokemon. You can lead off with it, you can get spikes off, you can do them with Sucker Punch, Discharge, all that, but it's not the best when it comes to stats, I don't think. So I have to give it a trick as well. You can get an item this way. You have Boost Energy, right? And I think you can still trick if you don't have an item. I'm not sure, I haven't tested that yet. Lose your item, you use up Boost Energy, you get your 50% speed boost. Go over the trick, get another item, That's pretty much all I have to say for this set right here. And before we move on to the next set, I'd really like to ask you guys to subscribe to the channel. We do this for fun. We're really trying to educate, bring entertainment, And it mean a lot if you guys did subscribe and like the video, but of course it's optional and you may unsubscribe anytime you want. And that's it. Next set. This is a physical swords dance set. In my opinion, this is the time that Iron Valiant is the scariest. It's 359 attack right here is insane. 364 speed. In my opinion, this is when Iron Valiant is absolutely horrifying. As we can see here, Swords Dance. You do have to position it pretty well to be able to actually get the Swords Dance off, but when you do, that's when you're in your party time. That's when you can really win the game. When you get the Swords Dance off, Spirit Break is not as strong as, Moonblast. Like, oh, that's definitely not as strong, but it's your best fairy stab move you have access to is a physical attack. And Spirit Break here, this will lower their defense and no, I was looking at close combat. Spirit Break will lower their special attack by 100%. We'll do it all the time. This means you can use it to, if you really want to, you could use Iron Valiant to like hinder special attackers for your other like defensive Pokemon that don't have as much like special defense to switch on in, like Garganackle. Garganackle is terrible in it. Not terrible. It can definitely be better when it comes to special defense. As we can see right here. Yeah, Garganackle's special defense is only 90 compared to its 130 defense here, which is not great. Why did it go into Gengar? Yeah. Swords Dance and Spirit Break do make a pretty decent combo here, along with Close Combat. Close Combat is amazing. It is just a better version of Focus Blast. It's way more consistent, 100% accuracy, 120 base power. You're not losing any base power with this. You're actually getting stronger because you have more attack. It's 10 more attack, which is really fun. Thunder Punch. You can really go with like any move here. Like you can go Fire Punch, you can go Ice Punch, you can go Knockoff if you wanted to. Knockoff is amazing. It's one of the best moves in the game. Absolutely amazing. You can go with Leaf Blade, you can go with Liquidation, with Poison Jab. I don't recommend Low Kick, but you could. You could go with Psycho Cut, Shadow Claw, or Shadow Sneak if you really wanted to. Taunt, Tera Blast, there's X Scissor, there's Zen Headbutt. There's so many options when it comes to Iron Valiant. This thing's move pool is really, really good. But why I've decided to go with Thunder Punch? Once again, to hit the flying types, we'll switch in. Or, if you want, with Fire Punch, you can hit the steel types that come in on you. But then again, you won't be able to hit the flying types. But honestly, there aren't that many good flying types in use right now, so you could go Fire Punch. I mean, there's Kilowattrel, but like that thing does not have as much defense as someone would want on a Pokemon like Kilowattrel. So yeah, and maxing out the attack stat here is preferred. And the speed here, it's gonna be boosting your speed with booster energy. You do have to be careful though. Booster energy is one-time use, and since you don't have Trick on this set, you can't get another item. So when you do use booster energy, you have to make sure that you have to make as much use of it as possible. You switch out after using booster energy, you're itemless Pokemon. You're not useless. You just don't have an item. You're not as strong as you used to be. So when you get in there, you have to be positioned well. You have to be positioned well enough where your booster energy activates and you get the Swords Dance off. Or if you want, you could go for an immediate kill, which I won't recommend because sometimes when you do go for an immediate kill, you do have a chance to set up because they might switch out. Now the second set, the third. This is a Choice Spec set. Choice. Why did I give you Aura Sphere and Focus Blast? Hold on. I'm being dumb. Could always like slap on it. Energy Ball if you really wanted to. That last move slot or Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball works really well too. Alright. Specs here. Specs is awesome. Because you can get the boost to your special attack. And with Aura Sphere is just really consistent. It's 120 base power when you add on Stab. It's 50%. You'll be able to just hit anything. No accuracy needed. Moonblast, we've went over this before. Moonblast is amazing. It's super strong. And the reason why I picked Psyshock over Psychic, which it does get, is because Psyshock will deal more damage depending on their not lower. It will deal damage depending on their defense. This is good, because a lot of specially defensive Pokemon will switch in on Iron Valiant. You can always use Psyshock to deal with those. Now Shadow Ball. Why I went with Shadow Ball here? You have a Psychic weakness. You are, I think, faster than every Psychic Pokemon in the game, and you are faster than Chi-Yu without Scarf. And if it does have Scarf and you have Booster Energy, and if you used it, you will be faster. This thing is crazy. It can OHKO Chi-Yu really easily, which is why I love it. I would just put it on any team right now. I want to make a team based on it, and I will, so stay tuned for the next video that will come out soon. Fourth one. This one's Choice Band. A banded set on Iron Valiant is really good. If you're just going to come in and get a kill, head right on out. Or you can also do this with Scarf if you feel like it. I'm not that on Scarf, but you could replace the booster energy on the first set with Scarf if you really wanted to. I'm not really sure about this, but you could do it if you want. You could do it. Alright, back to the band set. Of course, Zen Headbutt. Really good move to hit the poison types that you can't hit. Close combat once again, stab move here. Spirit Break, fairy type move. And Thunder Punch for good old coverage, or you could go Fire Punch once again. Up to you. Yeah, the stats here, good old stats. Choice Band is just really good. It's good on almost every physical attacking Pokemon. You just can't go wrong with it. It's just good. Alright, Life Orb. The Life Orb sets are iffy. They are really iffy. Life Orb can either be a win or it can be a lose, depending on what you've done, and if you've gotten hit a lot or not. Life Orb really combines, this Life Orb physical set combines Choice Band here, and it combines the this Swords Dance Booster Energy set. Swords Dance and the boost on all attacks. You have to position it well. Once again, if you're using Swords Dance on Iron Valley, you have to position it well, period. Close combat here. Once boosted by Life Orb. Boosted by Life Orb is incredible. And Swords Dance, it's amazing. And yeah, once again, to